항상 처음은 설레이지 널 보러 가는 길도 마치 구름 위지 너에게 하고 싶은 말을 생각하다가
Hey you guys, so Thanksgiving is next week. I decided to share this Danhobak chocolate cake that I made last year for Christmas. A lot of you guys actually asked me through Instagram whenever I showed you my Christmas dinner. And I know this is Thanksgiving week, but I thought this would be great for Thanksgiving or Christmas either way because it's a pumpkin and chocolate both. So anyways, I got this cookbook from Korea. This is a Cheshik baking cookbook by Seonkyoung. And yeah, I'm gonna share exact the recipe in here with you today. Yeah, so let's get started. The hardest part of the recipe, I already have done it, which is steaming the pumpkin. So I've been steaming in my steamer, but you can actually cook the pumpkin in the microwave or use a candy pumpkin that you already have. So what we need to do, actually melt some chocolate. So I got this big bag of chocolate chip from Costco. I think it's a sugar-free too. So I don't know how stevia will really work on this, but let's see. We need 100. So the thing is, this recipe is all in grams. So let me see if I can actually give you the recipe in cups. That might be more easier. Approximately 2/3 cup of chocolate chips. Oh yeah, 132. I need 120 grams, little more chocolate, nobody gonna say no to it, right? So I'm gonna just melt this. You can do double broiler. You can do double boiler or just melt in the microwave, which is I'm gonna do. I have a confession to make. I'm not a best baker in the world. I might be a best cook in the world, but I'm not a best baker in the world. So when I bake, I kind of do my half-ass job every time, but somehow it just turns out okay. So I will keep doing that way. You just start stirring like this with the residue of the heat. It will just eventually all melt. Oh, by the way, I preheated the oven 350 degrees. My pumpkin is done steaming. It's really hot. I do need to measure the pumpkin as well. Bring the scale back on. Woof. So we need only the meat of a pumpkin, not the skin. I don't really need to put in the cup first, but I'm doing it for you to give you the cup measurement, so it'll be easier for you to make it at home. Let me do the hard job for you, so you don't have to. I showed you how to steam the pumpkin, the detailed recipe on my pumpkin salad recipe, so check it out. How many did I put? How many cups did I put? How many times did I put? One, two, four, or three or four? Now the next ingredient is sugar. Let's see, how much sugar? 60 grams of sugar. 60 grams will be maybe about quarter cup. By the way, my sugar is a vanilla sugar that I use a vanilla bean and I leave my vanilla bean pots in my sugar. I use only for baking, obviously. I don't use this for like my other savory dishes, but this is why I don't use a lot of vanilla extract, and this is a great way to use, you know, little leftover vanillas and all that stuff. I think it'll be about quarter cup. Yeah, it's exactly quarter cup. Woo! Right now it looks like a disaster, but this we are gonna add into the blender. I don't think a blender is necessary if you actually use a candy pumpkin, but and by the way, you might hear a little white noise in this video. Maybe I'm not sure because we have our oven turned it on and the oven is quite loud. 엄청 이미 맛있어 이미. Blend this up. Alright. 여기에 채친 가루를 넣고 섞는다. 오케이. 채를 치라고 하지만 난 절대 채를 치지 않지. I'm just gonna bring the same mixing bowl back. And a new spatula since I licked them. And pour this chocolate, sugar, and the pumpkin mixture. 45 grams of flour, 1/3 cup of flour, all-purpose flour, and then about 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. half teaspoon of baking powder. And what I like to do here is not on the recipe, but I like to add a little pinch of salt and mix everything together. It says, what do you call it? Sift the dry ingredients, but I'm too lazy for that. My half-ass baking skill is right here. I think I should whisk it. So mix everything until there's no lumps. You see me a lot of licking action over here. So good. All right, this is it for the batter. The recipe says you need 1호 원형틀. I'm not sure exactly the size of an 1호 원형틀 is, but I will research on the Google what it is, what's the size of it, and I will put it right down here so you know what size of the pan that you use for this cake. I'm using this vintage little baking thingy got from Jacob's grandma. This is the size of holds 10T. What's a 10T? 10T or 1 liter. That's the size I'm using, okay? So we need to put parchment paper underneath of the pan. So what I like to do is fold my parchment paper in half and then just keep going like this. So about this much, right? Then bring the pan back about in the middle. It doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be in the middle, somewhat like that to out. Cut it! Ta-da! Perfect. Put it on the bottom, pour the cake batter. I should have made a double over this recipe because this cake is like really, really delicious. And this cake is even better when it's cold too. Rest of it is mine. Now we need to bake this cake in 350 degrees preheated oven for 30 minutes.
항상 처음은 설레이지 널 보러 가는 길도 마치 구름 위지 너에게 하고 싶은 말을 생각하다가 나 이렇게 그 바보라는 것을 알게 되었어 참 바보같이 머리부터 발끝까지 콩깍지가 쓰여낸 커피를 들고 햇볕 아래서 널 기다리다 내 마음이 녹은 것 같아 Let's go out in the sun 느낌이 왔어 리듬에 맡겨 발걸음에 맞춰 Fly with the wind 이 분위기를 타고 날아가지 못한 곳에 데려가줘
Alright guys, this is it for the cake. I actually made a quick coconut whipped cream to serve with my chocolate cake. Let's go ahead and slice and see what it looks like. This cake is supposed to be cooled all the way down before served because you can see how like kind of mousse kind of cake texture. So make sure you cool it all the way down before you serve. Let's go ahead and put the whipped cream right on top. There you have it, my Danhobak chocolate cake with coconut whipped cream. This will be amazing for either Thanksgiving dessert, Thanksgiving Day. I mean, you can have a chocolate pie or pumpkin pie and all that, but this will be something different way to use your pumpkin, and it will be actually great for a Christmas dinner too. So yeah, it tastes almost like a little brownie, like a really nice and thick, but the super light same time. You've got to try it. And this is also really great with just a vanilla ice cream on top. Yeah, you must make this recipe. It's so good. If you liked my pumpkin chocolate cake recipe, please give this video a thumbs up. I'm kind of a little being careful because I have chocolate all over my teeth right now. And subscribe my channel for more authentic, delicious Asian home cooking, plant-based Asian home cooking. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye guys! Mwah. Happy Thanksgiving!
Don't need to try any harder. It's just better. It's just good when I'm with you. Alright, this feels good. You and I think we got something special, and I don't need to try any harder. It's just better. It's just good when I'm with you. Alright.